Yeah, I think have a look at what's written in your sales contracts. Probably most of us have got a clause in there that we've never really looked at, if you're honest about the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was probably your T's and C's that you had written years ago and you haven't reviewed since. So, maybe it is a good chance to get them reviewed now. With this change in mind, not coming in place for a couple of years, you've got plenty of time to do this, but really act now so that it's not a shock to you in 2030 and you're really prepared. I think what you've got to be mindful of is around 2030, big organisations and lots of people will start reissuing contracts to update the wording.
Yeah,
and so
don't be surprised.
But if you can get ahead of that now, and just say, we're changing our terms and conditions. There's a few updates in there. Every time you renew a contract, just get people onto the new T's and C's. They will not really be linking it to this change that's coming. But if you start hitting people in 2029 with
the last minute,
at the same time as everybody else, people are going to be really attuned to this and they might try and negotiate other things in the contract, and you're kind of going to be a bit stuck at that point. So really act now, get this written into your T's and C's so that your business is protected, and also make sure you're aware of who in your supply chain is going to be impacted by this. So the people that are selling, I think that's the biggest impact because they're the people that are losing. So if you've got a supply chain, if you've got a customer that is going to be impacted by this and their revenue is going to be stunted because of it, you've got commercial leases somewhere in your supply chain above you, you just need to be mindful that potentially their ability to spend with you is going to be reduced.